Good evening and welcome back. This is our ninth episode of our subjective retrospective of the 2024 MLC Freebies. We are in the new Bloodline month, and boy, it was September, and we got just an absolute ton of cards, right? So not only did we get the new Bloodline, Tonga Loa, Tonga, Solo Sikoa, and Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu is awesome, right? And the rest of them are, new Bloodline cards. We also got OTC, which is an absolute monster. And then we had like a week-long event of turtles, right? So we got all four turtles and Casey Jones. Just all of the turtles were awesome. Casey Jones is awesome. OTC is awesome. Jacob Fatu is awesome. And then, Tonga Loa, Tonga, and Showboat Solo Sikoa kind of got left in the dust a little bit. Tonga Loa is interesting because he is usable but mid, unless you have toys. And what I mean by that is, this in 2024 there were some cards like Akam and Andrade that just weren't all that great. Period. They just weren't all that great. There was some stuff you could do with it, but it just didn't quite work the way you wanted it to, or did enough damage. And then there were cards like Batista and Kerry Zane and Zombie Chelsea. And to a smaller extent Showboat KO, where they actually went pretty hard, provided you played them the right way and had all enough toys to make it spin. Tonga Loa is kind of right in the middle of that, unless you have literally everything. And what I mean by that is, in his moveset here, there's some stuff that you can do, but it's all kind of wonky. So his sub is actually pretty decent. Just around 1 million, 6-star silver, hollow star, no levels, so everything could get a little bit better. I could bring this up, but we're doing roughly 1 million damage for 3 turns out of his sub. You could throw Bruno Sammartino and Logan or Shelton or any of those things, and potentially add up to about 5 turns, doing roughly 2, maybe 2.5 million. And that's putting you at, 10 million a turn for a sub build. And then you use your jugs here to recycle into your sub, and then you use your choose green to recycle into the sub. And it's a perfectly cromulent move set. It will work. You don't need a lot of toys. You're just going to sub for 10 million every turn. So you just kind of have to be prepared. If you've got a 40 million opponent standing in front of you, you got about 4 turns before you win. So your mileage may vary. Good for tours, absolutely. If you have to use, a technician new Bloodline as the CSS, you're going to be able to win. There's some other stuff that you can do. Since you do have a choose move, you can manipulate the countdown gems and use the Korra the Korra plate, Korra's heart of Jade, whatever that thing is, where you throw 6 countdown gems or 4 countdown gems and increase your purple gem damage by 100%. So there's ways to knock that out turn 1. That probably does a pretty decent amount of damage. And then there's the reverse pile driver, where if you really load up on choose green, and then use the sub to trigger like Naomi's jacket or an all heart to boost your green gem damage, you could actually beef up this finisher, which is a 6-star silver meta finisher, into something that will do a little bit of damage, like a significant amount of damage. But those are all little wonky setups. Some of them are very slow. It's certainly nothing that you want to take into feud. So what you want to take into feud probably is going to be your triple blue, and you're going to need a lot of stuff to actually be able to hit. And I don't have a lot of stuff. I'm going to run the gameplay loop anyway, and I'll explain the stuff that I don't have. But having this stuff is really kind of what you need. So back elbow smash is choose 6 to make into blue. We're running triple blue here, 7 MP for 2 of the moves, and then 10 on the other. Entourage and yourself will get you loaded turn 1 and feud, and I'll explain it when I get to the entourage. Belly black suplex, make 30 randos and a pyros, which will break into purple. And then diving headbutt, combo finisher, so 7 to 10, 7 by 2 area to swap into blue, and then you'll hit the finish, which is 7 by 2 area to swap into purple. So you're going to blow up all the pyros, and then you're going to break another 14 purple, and that's going to be your finisher. Very simple. It's actually just so extremely similar to Showboat Solo Sokoa that I don't understand. I just don't get it. Why did Scopely make 2 cards that essentially ran the exact same way? The only difference between Tonga Loa and Solo Sokoa and this moveset realistically is this is a combo finisher. Otherwise, he breaks 14 area as well with his finisher. And then instead of loading the blue moves with a purple move, which is just a gain MP move, this is just choose 6 and make it a blue. Incredibly similar in theory, slightly different in execution. Over here with the belt, I don't have anything good to throw here. I could throw one of those 7 super common, like throw 7 at the end of your turn gem chuckers. I just didn't. It doesn't help enough to really matter. And then the Piper plate. Whenever you make, I think it's 6 or more pyro, 4 or more pyro. Sorry, increase all your gem damage by 100%. Not much else to really go here. The specs don't work because you're not using purple moves. The Heartstopper doesn't work because you're not making enough blue gems. LA Night Plate, you're not making enough blue gems. The Piper Plate's the only thing that makes sense. With the rest of the belt, it's a 50%er, Fury 2s, 35%. Gem damage metal, 200% blue move damage metal. I am getting about 22.5% of substat purple gem damage, which is not insignificant. Entourage, Jacob Fatu. What we're interested in here is purple gems do 60% more damage, and then you do get 2 blue MP. Lawler is 4 MP, so there's your 6, 7 for being you. These 2 will be loaded. You do this turn 1. All you need to do is make a 3 match, and you're ready to go. 3 match is super safe. You should be able to get away with that 99 times out of 100. Then for here, I've got Zombie Cody for purple gems do 30% more damage. 6-star silver, we probably should be using flat. It is what it is. And then May, I've got on here because Pyro Gems do 100% more damage. I've tested this with Legend Roman, which is another 30% purple. At 6-star silver, unleveled with a hollow star, the damage is equivalent. It just depends on your cascade. It runs the same way. Where things get a little bonkers with Tonga Loa is, 1, his gear. Purple gems do 400% more damage. This is the part of this moveset, and this is frankly the part of the card that does the most heavy lifting. This is what makes his countdown gem setup a little bit more attractive, and this is what makes his triple blue more attractive, is getting that 400% more damage from purple gems. And then the other part of it is the moment that I don't have. It's the new Bloodline moment. It is Pyro gems do 100% more damage, and then purple gems do 50% more damage, and then you get a 50% gem damage reduce to kind of help you live a little bit longer. So if you have both of those things, you're looking at 450% from purples. Your pyros with May as a trainer do 200% more damage. The damage kind of stacks up there, and that's really what would make him a more relevant card than where he sits right now, at least on my roster. So we'll fight a rock. Give me some time to keep running my mouth, because this is not going to be a turn 1 KO with the toys that I have, right? Move flow is super simple. Like I said, all you need is a 3 break, and you just need to be somewhat smart about it. Like, yeah, let's give that a shot. There you go. Now we're loaded. Now we're off to the races. You don't. This is going to be nice because it's going to blow the whole board the first time out. If for some reason you have a row that you can't blow the first time, don't worry about it. You're going to make another. You're going to make another 7x2, so you can kind of clean up that other pyro that you missed, or the other 2 pyros that you missed. There's 12.6. I guess I did take care of him turn 1. 12.6 is the largest that I've gotten so far in my testing. Usually he sits around 10 to 11 million. That was just happened to be a great cascade. And that's really all I've got on Tonga Loa. I don't have a lot, man. He's a modern technician. His training ability is +2 purple MP and 100% bleed damage. I can't think of a ton of cards off the top of my head that really helps. Certainly, I just don't. I can't think of any. And like I said, he's a modern era technician. We just got Miz as the A tier chase a couple of months ago, and he's objectively better in almost every way. Where would I potentially use Tonga Loa? Without all of his toys, he is a purple shield breaker in boss battle only. Unless they, one of the buffs is pyro gems 20,000% or something like that. Other than that, I can't really think of anything else that he does extremely well. You're not going to want to bring him into Showdown. You're not really going to want to bring him into Feud unless, Feud perks are purple or pyro. And even then, you're going to want his gear and you're going to want his moment. There's just better options here. I wouldn't put him quite in the same vein as like an Akam or an Andrade, but he's certainly not even at the level of what I would consider Showboat KO to be at. And he's certainly not Kyrie or Batista or any of the couple of the ones that are coming up next. So, as always, if you've learned anything today, if you've been entertained by anything today, or if you just like the sound of my voice, do me a favor, click like, click subscribe, tell me something in the comments, show it to your faction mate, and I'll talk to you next time.